Hi, I am Alina Reis and I will help you enhance and evolve your personality. This video will help you grow and improve your personal traits, attitudes, and behaviors that contribute to your overall character and how you interact with others. What are the ingredients of a great personality? There are many aspects to it, and if you work on those aspects, you will improve your career prospects, become the best version of yourself, and even make great impressions in social settings and win everyone's heart. I'm going to tell you 11 proven ways to boost your personality. Don't miss any. Watch till the end, it can really change your life. Let's begin. First thing to do is setting of personal goals. So set your personal goals. When you set goals, you know what to look forward to. You move with a purpose. Otherwise, there's too much randomness and things keep influencing you from all directions. Something happens and you're thinking about that. Something else happens, you start to think about that. And this is how your life progresses if you do not have a set purpose in life. Like in my case, I can tell you that whatever I am today is not because of the last 5 or 6 years of my life. It is because of the last maybe 2 decades of my life. I wanted to do this, I wanted to be this, I wanted to live a life like this ever since my very childhood. That was always in my head. I always had a plan in my head that this is how I want things to turn out. What are the steps that are necessary towards doing that? Nothing, I would say. Of course, there was a lot of randomness still. There were a lot of things that happened I had not imagined to be and I was not prepared for. But again, the background lining was always the same. The background of all my actions, whatever I was doing in life, was always set for me. Like I always knew that this is your main purpose, this is what you're working towards. Everything else is a byproduct. Everything else is just a small hurdle. Just cross it and be on your path. Personality of a purposeful, goal-oriented person automatically becomes better. It actually gives you direction, it gives you confidence, it gives you determination to fight your battles because everybody has their own things going on. I'm sure there's something or the other always going on in your life at all times. It acts like a wheel in your car. Hurdles will always be there on the road. Something or the other you'll always have to escape from. Somebody will suddenly jump in front of your car and you'll have to press the brakes. But then steering clear of it, steering your car away from it is something that your wheel helps you do. So purpose is like a wheel in the car. If you don't have a wheel and your car is just moving, you will hit every other thing. You will barely have any decision to make how to move, whether you want to go left, you want to go right. No, people will keep pushing you here and there. Start by setting both short-term and long-term goals. For example, if you want to learn a skill, set a goal to complete a relevant short online course in 1 to 2 months maybe. Okay, this can actually be a great start towards living a purposeful life. And purpose need not be grand. It could be something small, anything that makes you happy, anything that holds meaning for you. Something that is very meaningful for me may not be meaningful for you at all. Long term, you might aim to earn a certification, maybe a degree in that skill within a year. So in the short term, you plan on completing a course that can teach you about the skill that you want to learn. Okay. In the long term, probably a certification, maybe a diploma, a degree of the thing that you want to achieve. So this is just one example of a purpose. It could be anything. Your purpose could be social, your purpose could be financial, your purpose could be health, it could be regarding your health, it could be anything. Anything that holds meaning for you. Goals give you direction, they give you a purpose. They help you create a vision for yourself. Okay, moving on to next point, which is develop effective communication skills. I do not know any other easier way of achieving your dreams. If you want to be good at anything, The first basic rule of thumb is developing your communication skills. No matter what you want to do in life, you want to run a business, you want to be good at your job, you want to clear a promotion, an interview, you want to travel abroad, you want to take your parents outside, anything that you truly want to do, communication skills they're like the fuel in your system. You know, when your comm skills are strong, you know that whatever comes my way, I will be able to get out of it by talking out of it. When you're talking with people, you know how to talk with them so that they listen to you, so that they help you get out of something. That is the purpose of comm skills. Comm skills not just help you in your career, they help you get better relationships in life. They help you steer clear of all the unnecessary drama that stops you in life. Your way of talking and communicating is such a big factor of your personality. And you know what? It can trump even your looks. It's such a great skill to have and to build. Be interested, ask questions. That is also a necessary element of comm skills. When you're talking with somebody, don't just talk. Rather, don't just speak. Rather, give them an opportunity to speak. Learn something about them. Ask a genuine question. When you listen well, you will automatically be interested and curious. You won't have to fake anymore that you're showing interest, but your mind is somewhere else. You won't have to do that. So, actively listen. Summarize in your head, okay, this is what they are saying, and then respond accordingly. Don't just listen to speak back. This shows empathy and it helps you connect better with the other guy. Next is building your self-confidence. Take stand, don't waver easily. What do I mean by this? If you think about a certain subject in a certain way, you said it to somebody. And the moment you said it, you spoke something about it, the other person came back saying something opposite to that. Now, this is a common problem that I've seen in most cases. The moment somebody contradicts what they have said, they say something like, okay, this is how you think. All right, I don't think so. And then they present their argument. Most people just shake and they change sides. They're like, oh yeah, you know what? Even I believe that. Okay, you're right. No, when you're saying something, take your stand. Don't easily waver with every argument that is presented to you. It shows really poorly on your self-confidence. Don't change sides, especially from your own side. Believe your beliefs. At the same time, be humble enough that you learn and you stay grounded. So you have to learn. Of course, you need to listen to what they have to say, but don't change sides instantly. And believe me, people do that. I have so many examples because this is my profession. I've got to understand other people's body language, how they behave, because I've got to make videos and teach people on these lines. I observe so much more. This is a mistake most people commit. Okay, acknowledge your strengths and accomplishments. If you feel that you lack self-confidence, just do a simple exercise of sitting by yourself, hold a paper and a pen in your hand and write down the things that you like about yourself, the things that you've achieved, your strengths, whatever you're good at. Write those things down, read them out to yourself. It will really help you boost your confidence. Because all of us have done something nice with our lives. There's something or the other that you will definitely find that you are proud of. Mention that to yourself. Okay? Confidence is contagious and attractive. Practice self-affirmations and push yourself out of your comfort zone regularly to develop confidence. Okay? Be mindful of other people's respect and their prestige too. But never stop yourself from saying something that you truly believe in. Next is stay positive. I'm sure sometimes you realize that there are many ways to look at the same thing, same situation. Isn't it a good idea to have a positive view of it instead of negative? When you have a choice, why choose negative when you can choose positive? We all have our own set of problems. But just choosing the way to deal with the problem can have an absolutely different outcome. You deal with something with negativity and you deal with the same thing with positivity. The outcomes that come out of these two ways, your two approaches, can be so different from each other. Okay? And while I'm saying this to you, I'm actually saying this to myself also. I can actually feel a change when I'm saying this to you. I'm actually feeling the vibe of how true this is. Positivity has magnetism. It attracts people to you. It attracts right kind of scenarios to you. Things seem to just work out of the blue. Somewhere something seems to be working out for you when you're positive, when your mind is correct. People want to feel relieved and positive. Maybe being around you can make them feel that, right? So be a person, become someone that others feel like getting close to. They don't want to repel you. They have a problem, they're looking for you. Be that person. Okay? When you will see that others value your opinion so much, they value your time so much, it is obviously going to reflect highly in your personality. Your shoulders will get broadened. You will feel more confident in yourself that, oh, you are doing something right with your time. You're doing something right with your choices. A positive attitude can make a significant difference in how others perceive you and how you feel about yourself. Keep a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Now, some of you may think, ma'am, ऐसे कौन करता है? Like, do people really do these things? Really, like if the camera was not that far away from me right now, I would have shown you how many diaries there are in my shelf right next to me. And these are diaries that I use every day. Like literally there's no day that I don't write something in a diary. Something or the other. Either I write my ideas, I write my gratitude, I write how I feel about myself today. So these things just, they're like reflections. It's like you looking at yourself in the mirror. Okay? So keep a gratitude journal if you feel that you're struggling somewhere to feel positive about yourself. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things every day that you feel positive about. This is not something that I'm telling you. This is not really original. But this is something that so many people who achieved and accomplished so much have said it. Like even I have my way of being grateful. Like whenever I'm in a trouble, whenever I want something from God, I am a believer, and every single time there are 2 things I do. First, I mention a gratitude. I mention how grateful I am for everything that I have in my life. I do not know if I truly deserved it or not, if I worked for it or not, but you've given it to me and I'm really grateful for that. And another thing is that I pray. Prayers are just law of attraction at work. Law of attraction on steroids. Okay? So just pray if you believe, pray and be grateful. All right? And do something in a physical shape by writing 3 things that you're grateful for. Next is read books. Pain area. No, ma'am, I don't want to read. Is there a shortcut? No, there is no shortcut. There must be something about reading books that from people like Elon Musk to Mahatma Gandhi to everybody is in favor of reading. Everybody talks highly of this habit. I have a huge library and I am in the process of setting up my office, and a huge wall is entirely dedicated towards making a library. I really have a dream. I want to invite a few over and I want to show you my office. Let's see when that happens. Okay, so reading opens your mind, helps transcend your conditioning. So whatever belief system you have, when you're reading somebody else's mindset, and you learn from that mindset. There are realizations that happen on every page, especially when you're reading non-fiction. Even in fiction, there's a lot to learn from fiction. But generally what I've observed is that people who are in their growing stages resort to reading non-fiction more. I'm more of a non-fiction reader. So yes, every page is filled with realizations, and your life can actually change if you adopt this habit. When you're reading books, you're jumping through time and space and talking directly with great thinkers and artists. How cool is that? How powerful is that? Have you ever given it a thought? Okay, next one is network with interesting and good natured people. Okay, so good natured. Why? Because if you are well mannered, if you have a good nature, that means you have good self control. We all are going through something, and we all are struggling somewhere or the other. Most of us. Some of you may not be, but most of us are. And if I'm well mannered, if I'm well behaved, that means I somehow know how to control myself in a social situation. I know how to not show what I'm feeling inside and not passing on negative vibes to everyone. So be around good natured people, be around enthusiastic individuals. Don't be around people who have really poor energy. Be very selfish with your time and be very, very selfish with your energy. Spend it on people who are right for you. You are the average of people around you. I'm sure you must have heard of this statement. To improve the average, improve the circle. Simple. Surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you. You might also have to cut ties with people who pull you down. So be mindful of that too. Join clubs, attend seminars, or maybe participate in online communities that align with your interest and your goals. Okay. Next on the list is practice empathy. What does that mean? Empathy is the capability of looking at the world or looking at a situation in other person's shoes. So you step into other person's shoes and you think from where he is or she is. Never forget the human angle. Okay, empathy is, unfortunately, you may say, it's getting obsolete. It's getting, I don't know, I guess not paying attention is becoming cool, but it's not cool. According to me, it's the worst a human being can be. If you do not know how to empathize, and in the quest of appearing cool, if you're like, I don't care, I don't care, oh, this doesn't matter, oh, that doesn't matter. No, sometimes things matter. Sometimes scenarios matter. Sometimes people matter. Be sure that you are there for someone who needs you. That is empathy. Understand and share the feelings of others. Developing empathy improves your relationships and helps you become a more compassionate and understanding person. If a friend is going through a tough time, instead of giving advice immediately, which is a mistake I've made so many times, really, I do realize now that I have this uncontrollable urge to help people with words more. Like if I'm on phone with someone, I'd love to help them in person. But most of the times people are just talking to you on the phone. And if I'm on phone with somebody, I hear a problem, I start to offer my advice, which is really wrong. Sometimes people just need a friend, somebody they can talk to and shed their burden. Like they don't want an advice from you. I've learned my lesson. Okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm just making you a little aware. Don't make this mistake. Just listen and validate their feelings. Just a simple validation is what sometimes people are looking for. Maintain good personal hygiene and dress well. I'm not advising you to overindulge in your dressing and looks. Just that, how can someone be interested in your ideas when you're smelling foul? How you present yourself matters. Ensure you maintain personal hygiene and dress appropriately for different occasions. Now, I know, again, things are getting cool these days. Like people just find it cool. Okay, मैं ऐसा ही हूँ, मैं तो ऐसी ही हूँ. And they don't pay attention to what they're wearing to a certain event. Sometimes the clothes are too revealing. Sometimes the clothes are too out of place. Maybe frills and too much flowy dresses when the occasion is supposed to be formal. So you have to find out what will suit the event and accordingly dress yourself up. If you hope to make new contacts, if you hope to meet new people, dress according to the occasion. It's not uncool. In fact, taking care, this is part of you taking care of things. Okay, this is you just being careful. Next is your behavior and your manners. Work on them. Follow through on your word, commitments and promises. So if you commit something to somebody, first of all, be a little stingy when it comes to making commitments, because when you make a commitment, there's definitely creation of some burden through that commitment. So make sure you only commit when you mean. Don't be like, in your heart you know that you're never going to follow through, and on the face of it, just superficially you make a promise to somebody. Don't do that. Can people ever trust you if you keep breaking promises? Believe me, if somebody broke one promise to me, I would never believe that person ever again. It's either this or that. It's black or white. Either I can trust you or I cannot trust you. Trust is not 50 or 60 or 70%. Trust is always 100%. If I know you've got my back, only then I can say I trust this person, and no matter what happens, this person is going to be by my side. Do you become the worst person in the slightest panic situation? Ask yourself. There are people who really reveal shocking sides when they are in a panic situation. Don't be that. So the name is really surprising. It's appalling. The name is really weird, but this is the name. It's called the asshole test. Yeah, asshole test. And I think it's Microsoft or Google. I am getting confused. I'm confusing between these two. One of these organizations, they have the asshole test. This is a part of their recruitment process, and they put a group of people in a certain panic situation to which there is no result available, and all they monitor is not who comes up with a solution, but who acts like an asshole in that situation. Who is that person who is blaming others, who is pulling everybody down, who is passing on the negative vibe? They look for that individual and they fire that person, or they never hire that person. So this is part of their recruitment process. You read about it, it's fascinating. You will love the idea. When I heard it for the first time, it was astonishing for me. Next is stay informed and updated. Yes. Okay, I'm a woman and I can tell you that lack of knowledge is such a put off. It's so, I don't even have a word. I'm speechless when people act like they are unaware of what's going on in the world, if they have no basic understanding of basic things, what's happening around them, and they are just very uninformed. It's a major setback on your impression, on your first impression especially. Please make some time to read more, make some time to find out what's going on in the world. Be more updated, be more informed, be sufficiently aware, not deeply involved in tabloid news and gossips. So I'm not asking you to read gossip. I'm not asking you to read magazines about Bollywood. No, that's not going to help you in your career. It's not going to help you in your relationships. Okay? Read sensible stuff. Choose what you're reading, because that's what good people do. So please learn from the good people around you, okay? Keep yourself updated on current events, new technologies in the world, the trends that are going around, okay? Being well informed makes you more interesting. It makes you a better conversationalist and a more engaging person overall. Develop a hobby. I can show you a hobby that I've recently picked up. So this is a bouquet that actually I've crocheted myself. I hope you can see. So these flowers are all done by me. This is done with wool, and it has wire. It has variety of colors. I made the packing too. Of course, I looked at a tutorial, but I am enjoying this hobby. And it's giving me so much peace of mind. It's like I can disconnect from the world for a while, be with myself and my crochet. I really enjoy it. So there's a lot of excitement that it brings me. It could be a thing for you, whatever you find interesting. It adds an interesting facet to your personality. Find something you love and stick with it. Hobbies are a great way to build skills and relieve stress. Painting, sports, playing an instrument, violin, guitar, anything that you like. Like what happens is that most times people buy a guitar, but they never play it. They're like, okay, some other day, some other day. No, if you buy a guitar, please learn to play it. Use any of these YouTube tutorials that are available, they're free. I learned to crochet using YouTube. Of course, I did not know how to do it, and see how good this is. Awesome. So if I can learn, anybody can learn. I'm a very slow learner. Believe me, I'm not boasting. This is nothing to boast about, but really, I am a very slow learner. Take some time. So this is a homework now for you. Take some time this week to set one short-term goal and one long-term goal for yourself. Write these goals down and create a simple action plan to start working towards them. Share your goals in the comment section below, and let's support each other on this journey. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.